Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about the future of how we build things. We've taken a massive 4-hour masterclass on a technology that is completely changing the game, and we are boiling it all down for you right now.
Okay, let's just jump right in. To really get our heads around what's happening, we have to start with a huge fundamental question. A question about the very nature of creation itself.
I mean, really, stop and think about that for a second. Imagine you could take your most complex software idea and just talk it into existence. What if that's all it took? Well, that isn't some far-off sci-fi dream. It's the core idea behind a really groundbreaking new system called Claude Code. And we're about to break down exactly how it turns that simple conversation into reality. So what is Claude Code? At its heart, it's an AI that acts as your personal translator, turning your plain English into functional code. This all happens inside what developers call an IDE, or an integrated development environment. You can just think of it as the digital workshop where all the real coding gets done. The course we're talking about today focuses on one called Antigravity. And here's where things get almost ridiculously simple. You can forget all those complex project setups. The entire foundation of your project, its goals, its logic, its very soul, it all starts inside one single text file. Think of this one file as the project's DNA. It is the master blueprint, the instruction manual, and the mission statement, all rolled into one. You define everything here, from your biggest picture goals right down to the nitty-gritty details. And that's exactly why the Masterclass calls it the project brain. It's perfect, right? The AI uses this single file as its source of truth. It's the AI's entire consciousness for the task you've given it. Everything it needs to know and understand about what you want to build lives right there. So once you've set up this project brain, this is where you start to unlock some truly incredible capabilities. This is where it really clicks, and you see how this isn't just about coding faster, it's about creating in a totally new way. The first massive leap forward is the ability to do multiple things at once, to parallelize your work, and to collaborate on a scale that was just impossible for one person before. You're no longer limited to doing one thing at a time. You can essentially spin up copies of the main AI, and they're called sub-agents. So get this, you can have one agent building the user interface, what people see and click on, while another one is working on the database, and a third one is writing all the API documentation, all at the exact same time. It's wild. This completely flips the script on what it means to be a developer. You go from being the builder, writing every single line of code, to becoming the architect, the manager of an entire team of AI agents who build for you. And the impact on productivity, well, it's just off the charts. We're not talking about a small improvement here. We're talking about a fundamental reimagining of what one person can get done. Project timelines that used to take months can now be compressed into weeks, maybe even days. So how is this even possible? Well, it comes down to this. You automate all the repetitive, tedious, and time-consuming tasks that have always bogged down the creative process. But you're not just automating tasks. You're orchestrating a symphony of AI agents. You're able to collaborate with them, directing their collective intelligence towards a single, unified goal. And here's the bottom line. This all adds up to scale. It empowers a single person to achieve the output that was once the exclusive domain of huge, well-funded development teams. It's a total game changer. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, but how does it translate from a clever concept into a real-world product that people can actually use? Let's look at how we get from code to the cloud. This quote from the course creator, Nick Sarayev, really hits the nail on the head. He's talking about how this system is designed to integrate directly with professional tools like Git, allowing developers to manage all this complexity and get hours of work done in minutes. And here's what that professional workflow looks like in practice. The system uses industry-standard platforms like GitHub for project management, and then it connects to services like Modal to take the finished code and instantly deploy it to the cloud as a live application. And that's really the magic of it all. The entire pipeline, from that initial idea you typed into the Claude MD file, all the way to a functioning application on the internet, becomes one seamless, streamlined process. So what does this all mean for the future? This new way of creating doesn't just change how we work, it completely changes our perception of what's even possible. 1. This number could represent the future of building big things. The number of founders it takes to build the next billion-dollar company is being fundamentally challenged. The barrier to entry for creating massive value is just dropping like a stone. And that leaves us with a pretty provocative question to chew on. Are we entering an era where the next unicorns are built not by large human teams, but by a single visionary orchestrating a powerful team of AI agents? It's something to think about.